This is my first time ever opening a pack of cards on a live stream. I've opened plenty of packs of Magic the Gathering cards in my days and plenty of baseball cards, but I don't think, as far as I know, I've ever opened a package of poker cards. So what are we doing here? Today, we're going to be opening, however many I can open in the next, let's call it 45 minutes, of this 2006, see the year right there. Sorry, looking at the screen, trying to do this at the same time. 2006 Razor Poker cards. We're supposed to be looking for limited edition autographed cards of your favorite players. Now, how often do you get an autographed card? They claim once every 24 packs, so not all that often. Fortunately, these came in a box. You can't see it. The box contains 24 packs. Now, I don't know all that much about math, but what I do know about math is that if it's guaranteed to have 1 in 24 packs, you're actually, I don't know the odds, but you're not all that likely to get one in a box. It's not 100% is all I'm saying. And they make it clear on the package it's actually not 100%. Shout out to Kelly, who turned 16 into 6,000 last night. Good job, good work. So anyway, we have all of these packs to go through. And now, next time I open a pack, or a box, it's going to be this box here. This is a 2007 edition. Today we're opening 2006 edition. 2007 edition is neat because there's only 5 packs in a box. A box costs like $70 on eBay. I bought a few of them. And there's 1 autograph card per pack, which is kind of neat. They apparently have stuff signed by presidents. Dale Negronu. Kind of interesting to see. Dale Negronu was literally one of the best players in the world back then. And still one of the best players in the world today. Not a whole lot of people have stood the test of time. But today, we're going to go through, and we're going to open some of these 2006 packs. And we're going to see what we get. I did my best to get the camera to focus to the best of its ability. I don't know if it's going to actually function properly. I don't know if it's going to look great or not. We're going to see. All right, let's take a look. We'll see what we have. I want to thank everyone for being here today. If you like this type of content, let me know. These things are quite sticky. All right, they decide to put a, I don't know what this is. Is this a card? Let's see what we got in here. First things first, the Pro Showdown. The Pro Showdown. We have Greg Raymer against Mike Matusow. The Pro Showdown card. This is from 2004 World Series of Poker main event. I don't know if you can read this. It's really, really tiny. I'm not going to read this whole thing. Greg took home $5 million for his work, and Mike took home $20,000. Who do we think got the best of this matchup, huh? Sounds like Greg Raymer got the best of this matchup. Do I have any stories of these players? I guess I'll tell stories. We'll probably end up only getting through a few packs as we do this. But let's see, Greg Raymer. I have not actually interacted with Greg Raymer all that much. I think I played him in one of the NBC Heads Up tournaments back in the day. I think I won. I remember he played really, really aggressively, which is neat, which is good. Mike Matusow, I'm friendly with Mike Matusow. He gave me a signed copy of his book, Check Raising the Devil. I'm trying to find it on my shelf right now, but I can't locate it immediately. He wrote something to the effect of F you, Jonathan Little, you ruined my life. Because at a final table at Foxwoods, which I won, I also got the best of them. We could have had a Pro Showdown. I won the flip. I had, I think, 9s against his Ace-Jack. Or something like that. And I won the flip and I busted him. So apparently, Mike Matusow did not get the best of Greg Raymer either. Okay, next card. Who do we have here? Lane back-to-back Flack. Lane Flack has had a heck of a career, heck of a life. What's going on with this camera? Slightly off. Whatever. I met someone who works at my business now. Brian the Wizard. I met him the same day I was playing with Lane Flack at Bay 101. Lane Flack's been around for forever. I should go get a manicure, huh? Lane Flack's been around for forever. Still around today. I believe he won 2 bracelets back-to-back multiple times. Career tournament earnings, $3 million back in 2006. That's pretty strong. Let's see. Back-to-back after winning consecutive World Series bracelets. Johnny Chan mentored him. All right. He won the Bellagio 5-Diamond World Poker Classic, Omaha 8 or better tournament. Interesting. All right, cool. Lane back-to-back Flack. I like Lane Flack. He's a wild character. He'll get in there. He'll splash around. He'll gamble with you. He's a lot of fun. Greg Raymer again. Oh my gosh, Greg Fossil Man Raymer. He's the king of the first 3 cards. Look at this. Is this the same photo? Come on, Razor. You got to get different photos here. They probably only bought like 1 photo of each person because I'm sure they had to license all of this stuff. But Greg Raymer again. Oh boy, just see the next one coming. Greg Raymer, $5 million in cash is way back then. He turned a $160 satellite into a $5 million victory, and he apparently crushed Mike the Mouth Mattisau along the way. Oh boy. These seem to be upside down. Don't know why they would do that, but whatever. Legends of the table. Men win. There have been a lot of stories about men win. Most of them are not good. I don't know if this is true. So this is just pure hearsay. It could be completely false. There was a story back in the day where I think they were at Foxwoods. Him and a bunch of the people that he backed. I guess I should preface this with, again, all hearsay. I don't know this for true. It's true for sure. But he essentially found people in, I think, Vietnam and would bring them over to America in exchange for them essentially having to be backed by him and basically do whatever he wants them to do at and away from the table. This may mean chip dumping. This may mean taking chips off the table, etc. Okay? Pure hearsay. I don't know if it's true. There was a story at Foxwoods, I believe, where a bunch of him and his backies were living in the same room, and they were cooking something on a George Foreman type grill, and somehow they set off the smoke alarm. Okay? Apparently, security came up, and they found duffel bags full of tournament chips from all sorts of casinos. Now, why would you want to take a tournament chip off the table? I'm sure you can figure that one out yourselves. Don't know if it's true, or don't know if it's not true. I do know Men the Win has won a whole lot of player of the season, specifically at California-based casinos where him and all of his guys are, or were. And, well, sometimes you got to wonder how that's done back-to-back years. Anyway, legend of the table, Men Win. Let's see what it says on the back. Men the Master Win has been one of the most feared players in the game. I always enjoyed playing with Men the Master. One time, I forget exactly where it was. I think it was at Bay 101 again. He spiked on me super hard. I think he 3-bet 9-4 suited or something. And he got me. All right. Also won the Card Player of the Year in 2005. I remember that. I think I was in the race either that year or the next year. I think it was the next year. World Poker Tour titles. None. They keep their eye on you there. Gavin Smith. Gavin Smith is no longer with us. How do I make this not so bright? I need a shade right here, I guess. Gavin Smith, no longer with us. Absolute legend. He won the World Poker Tour Mirage right before I won it. Maybe if I hold it up like this, is this better? This may be better. Gavin Smith had a show with Jeff Madsen for Full Tilt Poker back in the day. I remember he was paid a lot of money to do it. I forget exactly what it was, but he was paid good money to do this show. Is there dust on here, or is this just a weird photo? Weird photo, I guess. I remember he told me a long time ago, he had this theory at the start of tournaments. All right, let's say they give us 10,000 chips. 5,000 of those are gambling chips. I'm going to gamble as hard as I can with these 5,000 chips to begin with. Then I'm going to play good poker after that. And, well, sometimes that results in you having a lot of chips. Sometimes it doesn't. It's weird. It's stuck together. Oh, more Legends of the Felt. Hoyt Corkins, my hiking buddy. And Mike Mattisau. Again. Mike Mattisau loves the Super Showdown. Is this the same thing as the other card? Where did it go? Additional Super Showdown series. Okay, so this is apparently a thing. Again, I want to make it clear. I've never opened a pack of these cards in my life, so I don't know what to expect. Okay. Hoyt Corkins. I love him very much. He's like a dad to me. There's apparently some incredibly racist, bigot, cowboy hat looking man like Hoyt going around. I posted my 10 most influential poker players, and Hoyt Corkins was one of them. And multiple people said, "Oh my God, I hate Hoyt. He's terrible." But they were thinking of a different cowboy. Hoyt is an absolute gentleman. Everyone loves Hoyt. I love Hoyt. We go hiking every time I get a chance to see him in Vegas. I think he moved off the grid a while back, and now he just comes around to the World Series of Poker and wins a pile of money. Mike Madison, like I said again, I like Mike a lot. I was on his podcast a time or two. Let's see what happened here. Let's see. Mike the Mouth and Hoyt bested the rest of the field to play for $1 million up top in the 2005 World Series Tournament of Champions. They would battle for nearly 2 hours heads up before Mike finally captured captured the title in $1 million. Between this and the 9th place finish in the main event, he's had a lot of finishes in the main event, Mike had an incredible year with 2 separate $1 million paydays. Hoyt, who took second, had to settle for how much? $325,000. You're telling me they played heads up. What is the difference here? 5. How much is this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 675,000 was the difference between first and second? What? Sure, why not? Oh, I love Hoyt Corkins. He may be one of my favorite poker players. Maybe my favorite poker player. WorldPokerTour.com. All right, here we have it. They don't actually like whenever other people promote them, so I've had problems with them, so we're not even going to talk about them. They didn't want to pay for something on the back. They're very stingy with, whatever. We're not going to talk about this. Okay, so that's the first pack. Smart of them to put a promotional card in there. Let's see what we have next. Is there going to be a promotional card in the back of every pack? Looks like it. Let's see. Oh, no, a different promotional card. Bluff Magazine. I don't think they were with us any longer. $12 issues for $30. That's a value. All right, sure. Let's see what we have here. Legend of the Felt. Mike Madison again. Here he is, winning that Tournament of Champions thing we just talked about. This is a WSOP bracelet winners series, apparently. Total WSOP winnings, $1.9 million, 2 bracelets. I think he has an additional few since then. Take a look at this, kind of interesting. 300K in cashes, 300K in bracelet winnings, 1.9 million in total cashes. Probably from that big $1 million payday he got for winning the Tournament of Champions. I didn't know he actually beat Hoyt in that. Probably because Mike got $1 million and Hoyt got 325K. So that's fun. The cards you are showing are cool, but they're commons. Matt, I know they're commons. We're not going through here to try to show off this set of cards. We're going through here to tell stories and enjoy and reflect on the history of poker. By the way, it is Cyber Week. Cyber Week ends today. Last chance for you to get big discounts on pokercoaching.com. Who is this? Last chance for you to get big discounts on pokercoaching.com. Check it out, pokercoaching.com/cyberweek. Leaf poker cards were all autographed. Yeah, we already saw the 2007 edition. We have a 2007 box that has 1 autograph per pack. I'll look up the Leaf ones. Yeah, tell me what other good poker cards to get. I'll get them. Where's my... I lost my document to write things on. Who is this person? All right, let's see. Lost my pen as well. Oh, this is Antonio Esfandiari. He doesn't look like this. He used to wear a... What is this? This is a backwards visor. That probably doesn't serve much of a function, if I had to guess. He apparently represented UltimateBetPoker.com back in the day. Interesting. All right. Born 1978 in Iran. All right, made it a long way to America. The David Copperfield of poker. What am I hearing? Oh, I feel like I'm hearing something in my... So confused. Okay. Let's see. He struck gold when he won the LA Poker Classic. All right, sure. $2 million in tournament cashes. I think he has more than that now. That's his rally cap. Yeah, this is his rally cap. It gets him ready to go. All right. Men win again. Another series with men win. They liked him back in the day. Apparently rumors were not out yet. $5 million in tournament cashes back in 2006. That is strong. That is strong. Born in Vietnam, resides in Bell Gardens, California. I don't know anything at Bell Gardens besides exactly the bicycle casino. I actually have not been to the bike in quite a while, but I hear they're renovating it, or they did renovate it. In 2005, he became the all-time money finish leader with 49. Who has that record now? Is it Alan Kessler or probably Chris Ferguson? I don't know. Those both get a lot of cashes each year. Cool. Cindy Violette. She's still around. Sometimes. I think she was posting about being in Vegas or something recently. I don't remember exactly what. Again, everything I'm saying here is pure secondhand knowledge. I don't know most of these people. Okay. Let's see what they talk about Cindy Violette. From New Jersey. Resides in New Jersey. Played at 12 final tables and 21 major tournaments. Wait, what? Has played at 5 final tables and 21 major tournaments. What's that even mean? She's played only 21 tournaments? I'm kind of confused about that statement. I don't know if we're allowed to mention this, but I know she posed in Playboy. Are we allowed to say that? Is that PC, or are we going to get canceled here? Please don't cancel me. I'm just trying to tell you everything I know about these players. I don't know much about Cindy Violette, though. Another showdown between Scotty Wynn. Hey, baby. Scotty Wynn and Phil Hellmuth. All right. Only 20% of the people like this show? Well, that's fine. What? Oh, that's TJ Cloutier. Like, why are they talking about TJ Cloutier on the back? This is from the 2001 World Series of Poker Omaha High-Low Tournament. Oh, big showdown here. While Scotty Wynn pulled down the bracelet, Phil gave it quite a fight and took home $100,000 for second place. Phil Hellmuth, you all may not know this, but he actually has a whole lot of second places. Kind of tough to have a whole lot of second places and a whole lot of first places, but somehow Phil Hellmuth gets it done. TJ Cloutier, the king of craps. World Series of Poker bracelet winner. Lots and lots of stories about TJ Cloutier. I have almost no experience playing with TJ Cloutier. I don't really know much about him. I remember reading a book back in the day by TJ Cloutier and Tom McAvoy, where they said something to the effect of, like, you should fold ace-king before the flop because it's a drawing hand or something like this. And I remember thinking, that doesn't sound right. You probably shouldn't be folding the ace-king pre-flop. These cards kind of stick together. I opened a new pack already. So yeah, TJ, if you walked through the casino, you'd always find him at the craps bed. I heard from multiple people, you probably, you got to be careful. Got to be careful with TJ. All right, let's see. 3.7 million in World Series cashes. That's pretty solid. 6 bracelets, also pretty solid. Matthew said you bluffed TJ at WinStars a few years ago. All right. He was an ex-football player, you think. Can you be called the king of something when you're such a losing player at it? Yeah, you just have to reside over it. You don't have to win to be the king. Plenty of kings have lost, right? You just have to be there all the time. You have to reside over it. Kind of like a mayor, right? A mayor can lose, right? All right, another pack. What do we have? Isabel Mercier in an interesting pose. She's from France, I believe. She's still somewhat active on Twitter. I don't know if she actually plays poker anymore. She was, I mean, I'm not going to say one of the first ladies in poker because, you know, there were plenty of women in poker before her. But one of the first women who, like, during this time period, she was one of the main female poker players in this time period. I think she was a tournament director or something. Oh, born in Canada. Okay, not France. I was wrong. Began her journey in the poker room as a manager in France. Okay, I was right. Didn't take long for her to trade her manager position for a serious player. She won the WPT Ladies Invitational and the European Poker Tour. Her second was in the No Limit event at the European Poker Tour Grand Final in Montreal and Monte Carlo. But clearly, that must have been a small tournament because she has very few cashes back then. You have to be careful. Well, careful, quote unquote careful. Who actually cares? But essentially, like we saw them mention someone's 5-diamond Omaha 8 or better championship or whatever. These are often not small titles. Like right here, she won the No Limit Hold'em event at the European Poker Tour Grand Final in Montreal. I don't know when this was, but I can guarantee you the main event probably, even back then, paid more than $300K, right? So this must have been a side event. Whatever. Just, a lot of, I'm not talking about Isabel at all. I'm talking about people in general. A lot of people will try to hype up their results. So whenever you are looking to back players, or if you think poker players are great or whatever, see what they're actually hyping up. And if what they're hyping up is a random side event, just, be aware. Let's see. Appeared at the World Poker Tour Finals numerous times. Greatest WPT moment was her victory in the ladies event in 2004. Now regular on the tournament circuit. Sponsored by PokerStars.com and is part of Team PokerStars. All right. Andrea says sigh. Why are we saying sigh? Your favorite WPT hostess was Shauna Hyatt. Everybody loved Shauna Hyatt back in the day. All right. Who do we have here? Another showdown. We have Sammy Farha and Chris Moneymaker. Oh my gosh. This is the iconic poker showdown. Iconic poker showdown. I remember back in the day where there was some interview where Chris Moneymaker here said something to the effect of, I knew, like, somebody picked off my bluff at the end of day one or something when my nostrils flared. So I knew whenever I got heads up against Sammy Farha, don't let my nostrils flare because you might get in trouble and they might make a good read on you. Let's see what this, I'll just read this whole thing. Can you all read it? You can probably read it. 2003 World Series of Poker between these two. The single greatest event in poker history. Unknown accountant from Nashville was taking on the most dangerous professional players in the world. They're dangerous. The world was fascinated by the incredible story. Besides having one of the coolest names, Chris Moneymaker, Chris showed incredible heart in dismantling a record 838 players to capture the greatest prize in poker. $2.5 million. Sammy Farha, while disappointed not to take home the first prize, earned an unbelievable $1.3 million for second place. I wish I had a $1.3 million cash. That'd be fun. Chris's victory gave the masses hope that they too could someday live the poker dream. Talk about running hot, huh? Is that Jason Mercier's mom? No. Sammy Farha, Chris Moneymaker. I remember going through Bellagio one day. I was gonna say not all that long ago. Must have been 10 years ago. And Sammy Farha was sitting there playing blackjack with he must have had $300,000 in front of him or something. 5,000 a hand blackjack. He was just betting 5, 10K hand. Oh my God, that's so baller. Don't know if it's actually baller. Phil Hellmuth, World Series of Poker bracelet winner. Clearly repping Ultimate Bet back in the day. Ultimate Bet's no longer with us. People eventually got paid back their money. It only took 5 years. That's lucky. Got paid back some of their money. Back then, 9 bracelets. How many does he have now? Someone type it in the chat. Didn't Chris Moneymaker satellite into that tournament? Chris Moneymaker did not know he was playing a satellite to get into that tournament. He didn't know. He thought he was playing a $25 buy-in tournament. And then he won it. And then he won his way into another satellite. And then he won that one. People in the chat don't know how many bracelets Chris Moneymaker has. Okay, you're just typing random numbers. I'll type 43. Let's see if I can type 43. Let's see. Think he has 43? I'm sure Wikipedia will tell you all the answer. Back then he had 9. Let's see. The main event. It's always nice to win the main event. Then he had a dry spell for 3 years. No bracelets. Then he had a bracelet, a bracelet, a bracelet, a bracelet. Wow. In 1 year, he had 3 bracelets, all in no limit hold. Oh, no, limit hold'em. Here we have limit hold'em, no limit hold'em, no limit hold'em. Wow, back to back to back. That's insane. 2003, 2 bracelets as well. Limit hold'em, no limit hold'em. Absolute crusher, huh? Solid results. Oh, my hiking buddy again. Hoyt Corkins. Hoyt Corkins. I'm going to have to mail Hoyt all these cards and get him to sign them for me, since I clearly am not getting a signed card in this box. We've been through 5 packs, okay? Bill Hellmuth has 15. Very sweet. Hoyt Corkins was scary because he would go all in on you a lot. And when he goes all in on you, he puts you in really, really nasty spots. known by his competitors as the Westworld Cowboy. I've never heard him called the Westworld Cowboy. And as Mr. All-In, because he goes all in a lot. Hoyt Corkins consistently leaves his competitors devastated by his aggressive and confrontational style of play. It's so funny because he's not confrontational at all. He's just so chill. Alabama native has turned his determined nature into several big paydays and first place finishes in both a World Series of Poker title in 91 and $1 million victory at the WPT Foxwoods. Hoyt showed well last year, finishing second in the World Series of Poker Tournament of Champions. $2 million in winnings from Glenwood, Alabama. Nice. Is Hoyt still with us? Yes, I talked to Hoyt on Facebook just the other day. Hoyt's side of the country, living the dream. Hoyt did amazingly well with grinding it out year over year. He played a bunch of cash games, was very consistent, showed up, put in the volume, got rich, retired. Now he's living the dream, doing whatever he wants. Absolute life crusher. Todd Brunson, World Series of Poker bracelet winner. This is Doyle Brunson's son. He was representing Doyle's Room. That later got bought and sold and bought and sold and bought and sold. Came out as ACR. Got to be careful what you say about ACR. They'll ban you. Be careful. Let's see. This is kind of a... look, Todd Brunson's a great player, but this is kind of a sad card. Compare this to... compare this to this card. This is Phil Hellmuth's card. Look at this. There's almost like not enough room. There's not enough room on the card for Phil Hellmuth. Todd Brunson, no number of bracelets, 1. They didn't even write that it's Doyle's son. Yeah, what? Come on, everyone. Look at this. They also even put it on 2 lines. None of Phil Hellmuth's are on 2 lines, but 2 lines here for the Omaha 8 or better championship. Oh goodness, that's funny. Todd Brunson. All right, Todd Brunson opened a restaurant in Vegas. I think it's called Bella Roma or just Roma, something like that. Check it out. I hear it's good. I've never been there. If I ever get back to Vegas and have some time, I would like to do that. Todd equals Doyle's son. Holy shnikes. Yes. If you all are enjoying this, click like, click subscribe. One more card for this pack. It's a showdown between 2 of the biggest names in poker still. Is this accurate? Wow, they've done a good job with this, huh? Hellmuth against Negronu. Does that even look like Dale Negronu? Full contact poker. This is full... Negronu's sort of like... I'm not going to say it's his personal site, but it's his site. They have an active forum there. Check it out. They still do great work there. All this time later, when they show down. The 2001 Legends of Poker 5-card stud event. Don't even know what that means. Let's see. 2001, Legends of Poker. Where's Legends of Poker? At the bike? I don't even know. You think they'd say that, wouldn't you? On the surface, a $1,000 buy-in event with a mere 55 players. The stakes were relatively small. The fact that Daniel Kid Poker and Phil the Poker Brat were the last 2 standing made this tiny event something special. 2 of the greatest poker players, not to mention the most recognizable, squared off at this final table for the first time in this event. Daniel won the event in a hard-fought battle with Phil. However, the next 5 years would bring fierce competition among the 2 superstars in the game. The super showdown between the 2 juggernauts still rages today. It rages. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. It rages on. It rages. Rah! Who will win the next battle? I don't know. What do you think? Well, Hellmuth has more World Series bracelets, so he must be better. Yep. Let's see what else we have. We're through about 6 packs so far. 4, 5, 6 packs. Thought we'd get through a whole box. Clearly I was wrong about that. Again, you want to sign up for All In Magazine. Don't go to this website because you can't sign up for the magazine. Ooh. Sean Chacon. Chacon? Is that how you say his last name? Sean Chacon? He got in some legal trouble a while back. Don't know what's going on with him. Let's see. Born in Iran. $1 million in tournaments. Sean Shiki Chacon achieved fame when he and Mike Matusow sparred verbally at the poker table. They sparred verbally. That means they talked to each other. In 2005. Chacon, an Iranian businessman, has been a high-stakes cash game player in mixed variations for many years. He began competing on the tournament circuit recently, placed 11th out of a field of 5,600 at the World Series of Poker. Took home $600,000. In 2004, he made the final table of the Festo al Lago $2,000 event. It's like, again, this line is what I was trying to say. Like, they're just trying to find something right here. He made the final table of a random $2,000 tournament. I mean, come on. We can do better than that. Come on. They tried to deport him. Yeah. Mike Madisal makes the back of Shiki's card. Oh, goodness. All right, who do we have here? Oh, wow, look at this. Poker Showdown, Jerry Buss and Lane Flack. Jerry Buss is no longer with us. I don't think. Yeah, he's not with us anymore. I remember one time I played with Jerry Buss. I played him a few times in poker tournaments. And he was the owner of the Lakers and probably all sorts of other stuff. I remember we were playing like a $10,000 tournament or something, and he was just on the phone the whole time, apparently making some trade for a basketball player. And like he was barely at the table. He just was dealing with a trade. He'd come back, he'd play for like 2 hands, walk off, go get on the phone for like 20 minutes again, then come back. Lane Flack again. Lane Flack, we talked about him earlier. Lane back-to-back Flack. Let's see what they did. The WPT Celebrity Invitational. In a field packed with the top pros and Hollywood personalities, the $125,000 winner-take-all event came down to 2 players, Lane Flack and the Lakers owner Jerry Buss. They used to have this tournament, WPT Invitational, where basically it was a free roll. I think I only got to play it 1 year before they ended it. And essentially it was like 300 people in the tournament. And it was winner take all. A 300-person tournament, winner take all. Final 6 is played on the WPT show. And you get nothing if you take second. All right, for Buss, outlasting a field of this stature solidified his position in the world of poker professionals. Despite Jerry's strong effort, Lane Flack eventually won the event, taking home the winner-take-all prize pool. Could you imagine winning a 300-person tournament or whatever that was winner-take-all? That is ridiculous. What a heck of a run. What a heck of a run. That's insane. All right, who do we have next? We have, hey baby, Scotty Wynn. Scotty Wynn wins sometimes. Heard Scotty Wynn stopped drinking alcohol a while back, which is good. It's hard to stop doing something you've done for a long time. Scotty Wynn is one of the most active players in professional poker today. Flashing greatness. What's flashing greatness? What does that mean? Flashing greatness from 2000 to 2004. Why would he be flashing it? He finished in the money in more than 100 events. That's pretty solid. As of 2006, his total live tournament winnings exceed $6 million. Wow, that's about as much as I have already. I've had 10 extra years to work. Scotty is a poker legend indeed. What a crusher. He has pizzazz, indeed. He definitely has pizzazz. I remember I presented at it's called a conference or a seminar or something like that, and Scotty was one of the guest speakers. He it was funny. I had prepared a lot. We go in there. I presented for an hour or two on whatever, and Scotty just kind of like strolls in there a little bit late. He's like, "All right, baby, what are we talking about?" And someone threw out some topics. All right, let's talk about that for a few minutes, baby. And so then he talked about whatever the topic was for like 10 minutes, and like, all right, I'm gonna go now. And then he left. And then I picked up the slack and talked some more. It was fantastic. All right, let's see. I don't know if I've only played with Scotty a time or two. I'm going to tell you something I learned a lot from players like Scotty, who are seemingly very active, very, very active. But in reality, he wasn't all that active when he was playing. And you may say, what do I mean by that? Well, it turns out he would do a whole lot of chattering. A whole lot of chattering. He would sit there, he would talk, he would essentially make it seem like he was really active at the table all the time. But in reality, he really didn't play a whole lot of pots. in reality, he just kind of sat there, looked active, took his time, splashed around a little bit, made it seem like he was involved in every pot. But at the end of the day, he was involved in almost no pots. Like literally almost none. And that essentially allowed him to get a lot of action. He got a lot of action. So he would sit there, he would play only good hands. And whenever he put money in the pot, because he was so active, quote unquote active, by taking his time, splashing around, look, he's wearing all this jewelry. People thought he was active, whereas in reality, he was not active at all. So he presented this image that made people think that he was super loose, super splashy, super laggy, but they just played like a super nit and got paid off accordingly. Who do we have here? Is this 2 cards? This is 2 cards. Eric Seidel. Eric Seidel, I think, is best known for having a cameo appearance in Curb Your Enthusiasm. 7 bracelets back in the day. Bunch of various games. PLO, NLHE, Deuce of 7 triple draw, LHE. Keith says he likes his hat. Nice, gaudy red full tilt hat. One thing I will say about Eric Seidel is somehow, despite being relatively high up at full tilt, he somehow came out not getting an infinite amount of hate. I'm not sure how this happened. Maybe because he was just quiet. Maybe nobody knows exactly what he was involved with. But like Howard Lederer and Chris Ferguson and a few of the other high up people got a lot of crap. Because, you know, in theory, poker community is missing $400 million. Where did it go? I don't know. It's hard to follow the money whenever it's very clouded, right? Anyway, Seidel came out smelling like roses, still gets to play today. I don't think people give him a tough time. Like, whenever Chris Ferguson came back and tried to play poker live, he would just get an infinite amount of hate, right? Is this thing not right? Did you let me not have this thing not right the whole time? Come on, everybody. Anyway, Eric Seidel. Here we have another TJ Cloutier card. Is this the same one as before? I think this is a different one. So they have different series, apparently. Yeah, they have different series. Let me see if I can find the other one. I'll show you the difference. Here it is. 2 different TJ Cloutier cards. This one is the World Series bracelet winner. Collection, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. This one is just the regular old card. This is number 64. This is number 10. Okay? Let's see. Born in 1939. Gracious, he's old. $6 million in tournaments. That's fantastic. His most recent poker accomplishments was the 2004 WSOP Raz tournament and the Bellagio Festo Al Lago Championship. Wow, sicko. He added a no-limit hold'em to his bracelet to his already amazing career. Yeah. Super Crusher, King of Craps, TJ Cloutier. You think this is the 2006 product? Yes, this is the 2006 Razor Poker inaugural edition. As far as I know, I could be wrong about this. They only had this edition and this edition. We'll be going through this one next time. This is the 2007 edition. Autograph cards in every single pack. 1 autograph card per pack. This pack came in a box of only 5 cards. We're not going to open this today. We're going to open it later. But the first box I got had 24 packs in it, which is kind of a lot. Second year they only have 5 packs in a box. So the box costs like $70 on eBay. I think I bought 6 of them because why not? And that means that each pack costs like $12. These, though, I think the box also costs like $70. You get 24 packs, so these cost $3 per pack. But all these cards, I think, are relatively common cards. As someone was saying earlier, who knows what the rarity on these actually are? I guess the only rare ones are the ones that are like probably the signatures. And you're supposed to get 1 signature per box, which is not all that common at all. They say, though, on the back of the box, they make it very clear. Can you see this? No purchase necessary. For a chance to obtain some cards, you can go to their website and send in a postcard. If you try to go to their website, though, razorcollectibles.com, it sends you to some Chinese site. So I don't think the company still exists. Just going to throw that out there. So don't send in the cards. Here we have Mike Matusow. Mike Matusow, we talked about him already. I like Mike Matusow. He has some interesting political views. Very, very, very passionate. He's a very passionate person. When he finds something he cares about, he cares a lot. But I will say this about Mike Matusow. he is capable of changing his mind, which I think a lot of people do not necessarily have that ability. Mike is willing to look at information, at data, and change his poker play, change his thoughts, change his behaviors based on what happened. Okay? Mike's a piece of crap, to be honest. So look, I think I probably know Mike better than most people. And if you talk to most people who actually know Mike, they pretty much all like him, which is kind of interesting, right? Kind of like Phil Hellmuth. If you talk to a lot of people who actually know Phil Hellmuth, most of them like him, despite the fact that, half the poker community hates him, right? And they're characters, right? They're characters. They're absolute characters. And they've made a career out of being a character. So, is that acceptable behavior to be a character? I don't know. I try to not be a character. I try to let my actual personality be the character. And to be fair, I think everybody's quote-unquote character that they play actually is them to some extent. The question is how much, right? Without characters, TV is boring, indeed. All right, next pack. Michael Mizrachi. He used to have a RV, a giant recreational vehicle, that he would drive all around the country and play poker tournaments. Trying to think what else I should say, but I'm not going to say anything else. Let's see. $5 million in cashes. Oh my God, I played this terrible hand against Mike Mizrachi in the $25,000 tournament at Bellagio. Oh my gosh, I was so tilted about this. Basically, Mizrachi has gotten the best of me in like my entire career. Every time I play them, he just somehow spikes on me. In this hand, we were like nearing the bubble. I think 16 got paid. We were down to like 19 people in this $25,000 WPT tournament. And it was something sick too, where like, I think if I finished 10th place or something, I would win Player of the Year 2 years in a row. WPT Player of the Year 2 years in a row. Nobody's done that. So we're down to like 19 or something like that. So this hand happened nearing the bubble. 16 got paid. It was a big bubble too. Like 16th was, I don't know, 70,000. So, almost 3x your initial buy-in. Mizrachi raised. He was loose, aggressive, big stack. I had ace king with like 25 big blinds. And normally this is just an easy all-in, right? I was in the small blind. Antonio Esfandiari was in the big blind. Antonio had a lot of chips, and he had been like playing every pot, and he lost all of his chips. He was down to like 8 big blinds. So it gets around to me. I'm about to shove my chips in, and I look to the left, and I see Antonio like literally picking up his chips, getting ready to put them all in the pot. It could not have been any more clear that Antonio was about to go all in. Great. So instead of jamming, I called. Fine. Antonio jams. As fast as could be, Michael Mizrachi's all in too. So now I get to get it all in with ace king nearing the bubble against Antonio's range, which is who knows what, because he was clearly splashing, and Mizrachi, whose range is also going to be pretty wide. We get it all in. I have ace king. Antonio has king jack. Michael Mizrachi has queen jack. Queen jack he decided to get it all in with. So I have to fade only a queen or a jack. That's it, queen or a jack. Can you hear the banging above my head? Or is that just it might actually just be in my head. Because this is so tilting. Anyway, Antonio needs what's Antonio need? Antonio needs a jack. Mizrachi needs a queen. Wouldn't you know it? Queen comes up. Mizrachi wins all the chips. I bubble. Antonio bubbles. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, you hear it. No, it's just in my head. I'm pretty sure it's just in my head. Okay. Anyway, Michael Mizrachi. Born in 1981. $5 million in winnings. In addition, the Grinder has the 2005 Poker Pages Player of the Year. I don't know what happened to Poker Pages. Chacon versus Todd Brunson. Todd Brunson, by the way, I don't know if anybody is aware of this, but he's been a writer for Card Player Magazine for a really long time, like longer than me. I've been with him for 10 years. I remember reading something, though, that he basically makes a point to never really leave the table down. Or at least that's something that he wrote about. And I always thought that was kind of a ridiculous idea. Because he would sit there and just play 40-hour sessions. And he would always win, though. I mean, if you're required to sit there 40 hours and you always win, I guess it's okay. The problem is that I'm sure he has catastrophic losses whenever it doesn't work. Any relation to Doyle? I think it's his brother. Does that look like Doyle's brother? He's got a Doyle's room patch on. I think it's his brother. Always chase your losses. Indeed. Actually, it's his son. Doyle is his son. Apparently, Todd learned to play poker by himself, and didn't really ask Doyle for help. And then he just like kind of showed up in the tournament one day and was playing, and Doyle's like, "Oh my god, he's good." So that's cool. Mono single. What is this from? Game Show Network's High Stakes Poker Season 1. Poker Go is bringing back high stakes poker. It's coming back very, very soon. It'll be on Poker Go. Make sure you check that out. Also, Poker After Dark is coming back. And yours truly, me, I'm going to be in a few episodes of that, so check that out. Let's see. A war of words ensued. These guys talk to each other as well. Todd would become annoyed at Sean's antics, and Sean would fire back with tough talk almost instantaneously. Ha ha. Brunson became annoyed, as he should, and actually called Sean Chacon an idiot on air. He would actually call him an idiot. This matchup of personalities provided a wonderful snapshot of the tension in high-stakes poker games and the resulting, often entertaining smack talk that keeps the fans engaged. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Well, I think Todd's still around. Who knows where Sean Chacon's doing? There you go. Oh my gosh, Ted Forrest. There are so many stories of Ted Forrest and his prop bets. Ted Forrest, I don't know if he was a good prop better or a bad prop better, but there's been plenty of stories. I know one time, one of my friends, a guy named Tony, who was a little guy in super sick shape, he essentially there was some bet where he was going to race Ted Forrest to the top of the New York casino in the stairwell and back down. And my guy Tony spotted him a lot. Like, I don't know, 10 minutes or something. And my guy Tony crushed Ted, because my guy Tony was a small guy in sick shape. My guy Tony used to run around Red Rock. Red Rock in Vegas has like, I don't know, a 13-mile loop or something, full of hills, super hot. And he would just like run there with no water in the middle of the summer. He was a sicko. Yeah, we mentioned Todd Brunson owns, I think it's called Roma or Bella Roma in Vegas. Check it out if you're ever in Vegas. Anyway, Ted Forrest, without a doubt, one of the most feared players in the game. He would do some wild stuff and has been for almost 15 years. Ted is well known as a competitive high-stakes player as well as a formidable tournament competitor. $3.8 million in tournament winnings. Wow, absolute crusher. It's called Roma Deli. Okay. There's another story. What was it? Oh, man, it was right on the tip of my tongue. I forgot it. It was about Ted Forrest. It was a good one, too. Oh, in the book, The Professor, the Banker, and the Suicide King. Definitely check it out if you have not. It's the story of the poker players playing against Andy Beal. They could not have private games back in the day, unlike they do at a lot of casinos now. And essentially, a lot of the poker players pooled their money together to play against Andy Beal, who was a rich banker. They were all playing high-stakes heads-up, not the Cadillac. They were playing the Limit Hold'em. And essentially, I think it was Phil Ivey was playing against Andy Beal, and Ted Forrest heard about it in California. He didn't know. He heard Phil Ivey was playing against some random dude in Bobby's room. Super high stakes. So apparently Ted Forrest got on a plane, got to Vegas ASAP, went to his box, took all of the money out of his box, and just started playing in the game. And they're like, this is supposed to be heads up. He's like, I don't care, I'm playing. And eventually they took Ted in on the team as well. He didn't realize that they were like kind of a corporation. They were all the pros pooled their money together. And if Andy Beal ran a little bit hotter, a lot of the pros today would be Stone Busto. WSOP winners, Greg Raymer. Look, he has all the money and groovy glasses to go with it. Hey, look, there's Matt Savage. Matt Savage has his little glass of champagne. Bracelet winners. Only one. You only need one if it's the main event for $5 million. We have another showdown card. Phil Gordon, tech entrepreneur, against Chris Moneymaker. Back in the day. Bay 101 Shooting Star, the final table, living up to the tournament's reputation for star power. This was a tournament, by the way, where all the pros have a bounty on it. I've been a bounty on it quite a few times. It's a lot of fun. Lots of fans come out, celebrities come out. They have you sign. Lots of fans come out to have the poker players sign cards and all sorts of stuff. It's pretty cool. Sign cards, sign magazines. I've signed a bunch of card player magazines whenever I go out there. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's see. They got heads up. It would be Moneymaker's first final table since the World Series of Poker. While Phil Gordon outlasted most people, Chris Moneymaker proved to the world that he was not a one-hit wonder. His second place finish was good for $200,000, and Phil Gordon won. There you go. Phil Gordon versus Chris Moneymaker. All right. I beat Eric Seidel heads up in the 2015 National Heads Up Tournament. I honestly don't even remember. Probably. All right, last card for the day. I still have a bunch of packs to open. Goodness gracious, look at all these packs we still have remaining to open. We'll do that in the future at some point. Final card of the day. Still, perhaps the most well-known poker in the poker world, Dale Negronu. I did not plan it this way. This is just how it came out. We got no autograph cards today. Let's see what they say about Dale Negronu. Back then, $7 million in winnings. It's more than I have today. It's kind of embarrassing. Number one card. Back then, they knew he was the number one player, and he's still the number one player. That's fantastic. Dale Negronu is one of the most skilled and passionate poker players in the game today. He finished 2004 as the best tournament player in the world. 2004, 16 years ago. Goodness gracious. I mean, look, love him or hate him, that is a heck of a career, right? The idea that you can be literally at the top of the entire poker world, not just something like the WPT or the World Series of Poker. Like, it's not like he ran hot in one particular series. He just showed up, played everything, and won. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. What else? He had a bunch of bracelets. He was the Player of the Year, WSOP and WPT Player of the Year. 40 victories. A regular winner since 23 years old. When is that? Since 97. Since 1997. What are we in now? 2020, 23 solid year career. Now has been one of poker's most visible young stars, as well as its most influential voices. His print and video blogs at Full Contact Poker, which we mentioned is still around today, is regularly viewed by hundreds of thousands of poker fans. Pretty cool stuff. You don't like Negronu. Well, some people like him, some people hate him. But the career is undeniable, and I mean, like, there's really not many better careers in poker. I mean, who do you have? You have Doyle, like Chip Reese, Phil Ivey, Phil Hellmuth. I mean, there's really like not a whole lot of names that have been around for this long period of time playing at the top. At least not that are very well known out in the public. Of course, I'm sure there are some other people who you may not necessarily know. But anyway, Dale Negronu. So that's it. We opened a bunch of cards. Don't know how many we opened today. I don't know. If you all like this, let me know. If you all click like, this will get a whole lot of likes. And if it gets a lot of likes, we'll do this again in the future. Like I said, we have a bunch of packs remaining for this. We also have this 2007 edition. There'll be an autograph card in every pack here. So check that out. Andrea says, Matt Affleck will be streaming tomorrow, 5 till 12 p.m. Yeah, Matt Affleck, one of our coaches at Poker Coaching. Definitely check that out. If you're not a Poker Coaching member, today is the last day to get the Cyber Week sale. Check that out at pokercoaching.com/cyberweek. Thanks to all of you for being here. I hope you enjoyed this. Something different, right? I know we talk about strategy most of the time, but here we had stories. This was awesome. You're disappointed you missed the beginning. Well, Jeff, you can go back and rewatch it. This will be available on youtube.com/pokercoaching. But yeah, click like, click subscribe. I appreciate all of you being here. I hope you have a great, great day. Have a great week. It's Monday. We might as well make the most of it, right? Good luck. Have fun. If you really like this, tell your friends that it was cool and that you enjoyed it. And tell them to come click the like button. Because if this just gets as many likes as a regular video, we probably won't be doing it all that often. Because, believe it or not, I had to pay some money to buy these things. They didn't give them to me. I had to buy these things off eBay. I did buy these off eBay, by the way. Funny enough, one of my Instagram followers is who I bought them from. This was just the cheapest price I could find these. By the way, if you do buy any cards like this, if you ever want to go buy cards off of eBay or from any store, little tip for you, always make sure you buy sealed boxes, okay? Do not buy open boxes. If it looks funny, don't buy it, because there are ways to weigh these cards. There are ways to sometimes feel the cards to see if they have these special autographs or whatnot yet. I'm not sure if that's the case with this particular product, but with baseball cards, Magic the Gathering cards, etc., you definitely want to buy sealed boxes, okay? You got to buy sealed boxes. I think these cost 50, 60, 70 bucks, whatever. Not saying you should buy these. I'm sure we're just like torching our money by buying these. Each of these cards are probably worth a penny. But I'm happy to spend the money for all of you. Did we get any autographs yet? No autographs yet. There's apparently 1 autograph per 24 packs. There's 24 packs in a box, which means maybe we'll be lucky, maybe we won't. So far, we've been unlucky, but we've only opened about 6 packs. Anyway, have a great day. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Click like, click subscribe. If you want to support me and all the coaches at pokercoaching.com, check out pokercoaching.com/cyberweek. There's never been a better time to improve your poker skills. Online poker's been raging this year, and I'm very confident that live poker is going to be coming back as soon as the COVID issue is done and people are going to be ready to play. So if you study now, get prepared, you'll be able to capitalize on that. All right. Have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Thanks again for being here. Have a great week, and I will talk to you all next time.